Hi, welcome to Sean's Good Time Sports Podcast. Today we'll be going over a recap of my Week 11 predictions and my NFL Week 12 predictions. But first, because it's Thanksgiving, it's a big podcast for me. I want to go over some of the food traditions we do over here at the Carters. So every morning, since I've been alive, we always had cinnamon buns in the morning. So we're going to bring out the cinnamon buns that we'll be having this morning for Thanksgiving. Just your classic cinnamon bun. It's a little favorite tradition for me on Thanksgiving. I love having the cinnamon buns in the morning. It's a good one. Brings me back to the good old days. And then usually we would have the 1 o'clock game while we're doing this, really the 12:30 game. But then for dinner, we'll bring out the classic dinner. I'm not a big turkey guy. I'm a big ham guy, so we'll bring out the Thanksgiving dinner, what I will be having on my Thanksgiving. So we got a couple things on here: baked beans, mac and cheese, candy ham, no cheese, and then stuffing. So we'll talk about the stuffing first. It's my grandma's secret recipe. It's amazing stuffing. I've had a lot of great stuffings. No stuffing's better than this. It's amazing. You have to try it. And then no cheese, a little Italian thing we do on Thanksgiving, but we put it out there. And then the mac and cheese. I made the mac and cheese, and then my brother's famous ham. So it's a candy ham. There's Coke in it, bacon juice, and honey in it. It's very good. It's my favorite part about Thanksgiving. And then just classic baked beans. But let's get into it. Let's go. We'll start with the baked beans. A little taste of that. Delicious, as always. We'll get into the mac and cheese. Delicious. Now, one of my favorite things is the stuffing. A little classic. We never really get to have this that much. Amazing. Perfect. Save the best for last, so we'll go with the no cheese. A little Italian thing. And then we'll finish off with my brother's famous ham. I forget when he started doing it. It's one of my favorite parts about Thanksgiving, but I love it. It's a candy ham. Let's see, I'm going to break this down. It's really so sweet. I mean, it's one of my favorite things. It's a great dish. Yeah, so I don't really like turkey, but that's how I usually get into my Thanksgiving dinner. And then we'll end it with the dessert. It's my mom's famous dessert. It's our strawberry filling cake. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite desserts. And it's not that bad for you. That's the funny thing. Strawberry filling cake. It's got strawberries topped off on it too. Delicious. Delicious. It's my favorite dessert on Thanksgiving. But yeah, we just wanted to break down some of the Thanksgiving food traditions we do here at the Carters, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and you guys saw some interesting stuff that we do here. Very good though. But let's get into the video. I want to go over a recap of my Week 11 predictions. First, we're going to start off with that Cardinals-Seahawks game on Thursday night, 8:20 p.m. I had the Cardinals beating the Seahawks. +3. I got that one wrong. Now on to the Sunday 1 o'clock games. I had the Washington football team beating the Bengals and covering -1. I got that one right. Then I had the Browns beating the Eagles and covering -3. I got that one right. Then I had the Saints beating the Falcons, but the Falcons covering +4.5. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Lions beating the Panthers and covering plus 3.5. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Patriots beating the Texans and covering minus 1.5. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Steelers beating the Jaguars and covering minus 10. I got that one right. Then I had the Titans beating the Ravens and covering plus 6. I got that one right. And then on to the Sunday 4 o'clock games. I had the Dolphins beating the Broncos and covering minus 3.5. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Chargers beating the Jets and covering minus 8.5. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Vikings beating the Cowboys and covering minus 7. I got that one wrong. Then I had the Packers beating the Colts and covering plus 1.5. I got that one wrong. So I got all my 4 o'clock games wrong, which is very surprising. I haven't done that all year. They were really all upsets if you look at it. The Dolphins against the Broncos. We saw what the Broncos did the week before, previously when they played the Raiders. And the Dolphins are one of the hottest teams in the NFL. That was a shocker. Then the Chargers playing the Jets. You would feel like the Chargers, not being on the pole wins when it's close. I thought they were just going to take away from the Jets and just body them out and get the win and cover the spread, but they didn't. That was another one. And then the Cowboys beating the Vikings. That was a huge upset, and it really changed the whole momentum for Dallas in the division. They could win the division just by beating the Washington football team this week, but we'll have to see how that plays out. And then the Packers and the Colts. When the Packers, when it's a 1 point spread or something, it's like them in Seattle. I always go with them, but the Colts got it done. That was another upset. So let's go into the Sunday night 8:20 p.m. game. I had the Chiefs beating the Raiders, but the Raiders covering plus 7.5. I got that one right. I mean, when the Chiefs play their division opponents, they don't play that good. And maybe it's because they're playing, the teams that are playing them are like their Super Bowl champs, they're defending champs. They only have one loss. We got to give it our all. But I usually like taking the spread against the Chiefs when it's one of their division opponents, and they've usually covered. So I knew that one was going to be a good one. And then I had the Buccaneers beating the Rams, but the Rams covering. I knew the Rams were going to cover that spread. Tom Brady has not played good against good defenses that have high-level pass rushers, and it just proves my point. Everyone's saying the Buccaneers are this, that, and that. Yeah, they are, but they can't play a really good defensive team that has a great pass rusher. And this proved my point once again, and that was the Monday night game. Let's get into this week's games. We got the Thanksgiving games, which is awesome. It's a huge deal. We'll start off with the 12:30 p.m. game on Thanksgiving. Texans and Lions. I got the Texans beating the Lions and covering minus 1.5. We saw what Deshaun Watson looked like against the Patriots. The Patriots are not that bad of a team. I think the Texans, if Deshaun Watson gets it clicking, they could just put the Lions away early. And we saw the Panthers do that last week. On to the 4:30 p.m. game for Thanksgiving.